Hey guys, quick review of the diamond grinding blade. Arrived yesterday. I've tried a little bit. I've got about 36 of these guys to grind down. It looks like a pretty decent setup. It's got wider pads here, which is going to be useful for probably a smoother finish, less aggressive grind. And I'll let you know how it goes long term because I'm going to be using this a lot. So I just bought the one yesterday, and we'll see how it goes. I'll grind first dry, and then I've got a hose here that we'll try some wet grinding. So here we go. So pretty dusty. I prefer wet grinding by far. I just wanted to show you guys that for the video. I should probably have a mask and glasses on for this, but give you a close-up of what that just did. So you can see there, took it down pretty quickly. I've got some embedded blue glass in here with just standard aggregate concrete, 3000 psi, and there's also some charcoal gray color in there, charcoal black. So there it is, dry. Let me hit that with some water and it'll bring it out. I'm sure you'll be able to see it a lot better here. So there it is with some water on it. A much nicer look to it, and that's ultimately what it'll look like once you have the sealant on it. We're going to put a gloss sealant on there, so you can see that there is some striations on the glass itself, but you don't see that in the concrete. So I've got a polishing system that I'll polish these out after with, but there you go. So we went from this rough, kind of the cream that settled to the bottom. This is the bottom of the mold. That ground that off in about 30 seconds and exposed the beautiful surface underneath, and that's what I'm going for here. So I'll show you a quick grind with some water running gently on it, and we'll take a closer look at the blades itself. And we'll run it up top. So here we go with a wet grind. You'll see there's absolutely no dust to this. This is how I prefer. Give it a rinse here and I'll show you a quick close-up. That's really taking this top layer off nicely. Yeah, that's beautiful. So there's a quick grind. This first section here, of course, was done dry, and then the last section I did was just this here, which was sanded or ground down wet. There's going to be a divot there because the glass obviously has a divot in it, but that's some nice texturing and it'll give grip. These are paving stones for a local client. So, at any rate, there you go. You can see it takes this cream off quickly, and you're left with your exposed aggregate, and in this case, the blue glass. Here we are after about, I don't know, 10 minutes of grinding here with this little grinder from Amazon that I got. Quite quickly it gets down to where you want to be. I've exposed sufficient glass there, and that's the look that we're going for, kind of the salt and pepper with the blue. Now you can see, I'll zoom in there, maybe you can see that there are some lines in that. So they're not as noticeable in the aggregate and the concrete, but certainly on the glass they're noticeable. And so like I said, I'll take a polishing system and polish those out, and that'll come out right away with some 80 grit diamond polish. So there you go. I highly recommend it. I'll let you know how the longevity of the blade is. It has what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 12 or 13 pads on there, and each of those pads, of course, has little diamond chips on it. It does not have a continuous cutting wheel on the edge, so it can't be used for cutting, I don't believe. I think you'll end up ripping those off or damaging it. But I certainly recommend it. It's working well so far. I actually just bought another one this morning, so I'll speak to the longevity of the blade here shortly, because I've got about 30 of these pads to grind. So yeah, A+, good so far.